Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do an Aquarius 2021 general forecast. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for returning, if you are returning, or for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing really well and you're looking forward to an amazing 2021. So, Aquarius, I'm going to start by getting some general messages of anything you might want to bear in mind for this year ahead. Then we'll go into a spread, and I'm going to be looking at both love and career in kind of separate lines to sort of separate those for you and see what is going to be happening throughout the year, get a general gist for you, and we'll finish off with some advice on both those areas as well. So this is my first time doing one of these, so let me know in the comments what you think. I really hope that you love it. And I've also taken on some feedback from the last few videos about the volume, and I've got a new swish little microphone attached to my jumper, which is weird, but please tell me if you can hear me all right now. I hope that has improved it. So Aquarius, let's see, what are the messages for Aquarius for 2021? For Aquarius, please. Aquarius for 2021, get some general messages. What does Aquarius need to know? Thank you. A couple more, okay. And a couple, maybe one more. Oh, that's too many. Okay, what's going on? It's way too many. Maybe just, all right, that one then, okay. Let's see. Interesting. So, we have the Eight of Wands here, Aquarius. That is about fast-moving messages. So things could be picking up in terms of communication with someone, or you could be, something in general could be picking up speed for you in 2021. We have the Three of Wands. So this is really looking out into the future and kind of seeing what is there for you. Maybe kind of trying to decide what you want in your future, how you want it to look. Maybe it is you have been, when you go into 2021, maybe you've been waiting for something for a while, or waiting for something. But with this Queen of Swords, I get a feeling that you are maybe deciding possibly to end something or move away from somebody. This is kind of an energy of you've learnt lessons for sure. With the Queen of Swords is someone who's been through a lot. She's very wise, and now she is kind of maybe closing herself off from situations that have hurt her in the past, or kind of taking that wisdom and moving on with it. Or you could just be taking that and looking towards the future, and kind of it's giving you guidance on how you want your future to look now. I feel like that's the message. And with the Eight of Wands, that can sometimes talk about wrapping things up as well. So let's see, anything else for Aquarius for 2021? Any other general messages for Aquarius, please? Okay, anything else? Yeah. Okay, interesting. So Aquarius, what I'm getting here, so we have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Wands as well. So for me, as I said, I feel like you may have been doing a lot of thinking about a particular, now this could be anything, a situation, could be career, love, anything at this point. This is just telling me that I think you've been kind of maybe feeling a bit stuck, or feeling trapped, or doing a lot of overthinking, or just playing something over and over again in your mind. And not sure if this is really the situation you want to be in, now whatever that is to do with. What I see here is a big ending of some sort. It could have been something, it could be an ending that is has been already quite painful, or an ending that you're, from that you are you're learning a lot. And with this Knight of Wands, I feel like this, to be honest, is more you. Now when this ending happens, it's actually kind of releasing you from that trap of overthinking and feeling stuck. And now you're able to charge forward kind of with where your passion really lies. Like go after what you want for that future. And this is you, Queen of Swords is Aquarian. This is your cards. I feel like this is you deciding to go after what you want your future to look like. So that's very exciting. So Aquarius, let's get into your spread. So I'm going to be doing the first 4 cards for Aquarius for their life throughout 2021, and then the next 4 cards are for Aquarius. And then the 5th card is for their advice for Aquarius in love in 2021, and then the next 4 cards are for their career in 2021, and then that 10th card is for their advice when it comes to their career. Please, for Aquarius, with the top 10 cards for Aquarius. I'm going to be splitting it 3 months at a time. For Aquarius, please. Aquarius in 2021. Okay. So in love, January to March. Wow, 4 of Wands. April to June. There you are again, the Queen of Swords. July to September. There it is again, 8 of Wands. October to December. The 2 of Pentacles. Your advice in love. The World. Interesting. For career, January to March. The 6 of Pentacles. April to June. The Magician. Amazing. July to September. Okay. October to December. Okay, the Moon. And the advice for Aquarius for their career in general. The 4 of Swords. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Devil. So this is Capricorn energy, but it can be that feeling of, again, kind of being trapped by your vices, by feeling like almost like there's it's like that it's the critic in your ear, I'm getting with this, that is telling you that you can't do something. It's kind of it's the things that are keeping you down, like that kind of devil on your back, if you like, sitting there like weighing you down, telling you that you can't succeed, or etc. A feeling, of being very tied and bound to a situation, which may be unhealthy, or causing toxicity in your life in some way. But the Sun is here. Amazing. This is very positive. This is victory and success, and it's growing abundance with this particular Sun card for me. It's like the light, bringing new light into a situation. It can be illumination as well. I'm getting here. And from that, experiencing growth, or maybe even in yourself. And the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about really working very hard, really investing your time and effort into something which is going to benefit you in the long run. It's being very focused on what you want to manifest for yourself. It's often about work and career. But I always feel that the 8 of Pentacles is very positive. It's just really being very focused as well here. At the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. So you could have a water sign around you, Aquarius. So that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a very charming, loving character, very emotionally mature. Now we have this Knight of Swords, more air energy here. This is needing to, feeling like you need to rush forward and say something. It can be a little bit brutal, but or unexpected communication, or just something that you feel you need to get off your chest, or communication coming in unexpectedly. And interesting, there's the Judgment card. So this is a big decision. It can also be just a big defining moment, like something. It can be resurrecting a situation or a relationship, coming back to life. So that's an interesting combination. It could be a water sign could be rushing back into your life, unexpectedly communicating, or it doesn't have to be a water sign. It could just be someone who still has deep emotion for you. So I'm going to go right ahead now and clarify with another layer for you, and then we'll go through this. So I'm going to clarify please for Aquarius. With the top 10 cards, please can we clarify the same spread for Aquarius in 2021. For Aquarius, please. For Aquarius in 2021. For Aquarius, please can we clarify with the top 10 cards. Okay. So Aquarius in love, January to March. Okay. April to June. Wow. July to September. I should have written this down somewhere. October to December. Wow. And the advice for Aquarius in general in love. Yeah. Now in career, January to March. Oop. Oh. April to June. Two of Pentacles again there. April to June. July to September. Mm-hmm. 10 of Wands in July to September in both love and career. That's interesting. And career, October to December. And the overall advice for Aquarius in the career for 2021. Okay, that's quite clear as well. Excellent. Okay, so Aquarius, let's start with love. So January to March, I feel like there could be potentially communication issues, or you may be dealing with this kind of thing in perhaps a commitment, even a marriage, or a relationship, or there's someone in your love life who maybe you feel you could have a very fated commitment, with them, or you're supposed to be with this person if you're not in an established relationship, but there's maybe communication issues. There may be some harsh words being exchanged between the two of you in these first 3 months of 2021, and it's also about, this is Five of Swords to me is about someone really not thinking before they speak, kind of speaking in a way that they just want to win the argument, and it's causing the other person a lot of pain. Now, so if that is you, Aquarius, obviously you can just bear that in mind. Now, the next 3 months, so this is April to June in love, it does look like you may be deciding to end a relationship, or you've kind of, you feel like something is coming to an end. So with the Three of Swords here, this is heartbreak. It can also be about finding out something that was hidden. Not necessarily, but it's just what this card shows. But whatever the case, it's something, it's like a shocking pain, or it can be betrayal of some sort. It doesn't have to be your classic betrayal of another party. It can be just someone like letting you down in some way or another. And it's very heartbreaking. And as I said, this Queen of Swords that came up already, this is someone who finds out all the information, and then she has gone through a lot, and she takes that information to kind of, she's wise, but in it's kind of a sad wisdom that she's had to learn these lessons to be able to close off something, I'm sorry to say. So in July to September, there's that communication coming in, communication being exchanged. With that Ten of Wands, I feel like it could be wrapping something up, but it could also be communication coming in for something which you feel is perhaps a burden, or you feel quite overwhelmed by it, or even that it's possibly you're not going to feel like this is actually going anywhere, all the effort that maybe you're putting into something. I kind of get this feeling of giving up here with the Ten of Wands, because this is a situation where you've put in a lot of time and effort and it's led to nothing, and having to give up and drop that burden and allowing it to flourish into something new once you've dropped everything you've been carrying this whole time. So there could be communication coming in about that. You could be communicating with someone here that maybe with this heartbreak earlier on in the year, you're kind of, there's a lot of messaging going on at this time, or a lot of communication between the two of you. Now, at the end of the year, so October to December, someone is feeling left out in the cold. Now, you, as considering we have the Queen of Swords and we had that at the beginning as well, you could at this point be kind of leaving someone out in the cold who may want to keep speaking with you. We'll get another layer of clarification yet, but someone is out in the cold but still trying to keep the flame alive, and I feel this is more you weighing up the pros and cons of a decision or of a situation. Now, it could be whether to give this person another try by this point in the year, but in the meantime, I feel like you're being quite frosty to them, kind of icing them out whilst you maybe even regain your balance. So interesting. Your overall advice, Aquarius, for love. So I feel like in 2021, chapters may be coming to a close, but new chapters will be beginning for you because of this. So it's an ending is always, an ending of one chapter begins another. So it's never like a complete and utter end, but it is a case of allowing those chapters to close and taking everything you've learnt from it to be able to move on and start new chapters. And to do that, you're going to need a lot of inner strength, a lot of courage to face these changes. So I feel like that is definitely what your advice is saying here for love in 2021. Now, let's talk about career. So in the first few months, January to March, it looks like there's a new opportunity to in your work, in your career, which is it's a very positive opportunity. It's maybe even something to do with something you're very passionate about. It's like, I almost feel like it's going to reignite your passion for what you do. Now, it could be a whole new, I'm not seeing like going off in a new direction as such, so it could just be a new role within a sector you're already in, or even if you are needing work right now, then it's going to be an opportunity for something new. But a lot of happiness here with this opportunity. I feel like you're going to feel more with the Six of Pentacles, like this opportunity you're going to be getting back more fairly from what you're putting into it. So what I mean by that is some jobs we can find ourselves in where we feel like we're not being really recognized for how much work we're putting into something, or duly rewarded for all our hard work. So I feel like here, this new opportunity is going to be one where you will be feeling more fairly treated, or you're going to be feeling like you're actually being acknowledged and recognized for how much work you're putting into it. Now, the next few months in career, so that is April, May, June, there is, again, you're manifesting, you're making things happen here. You're using all the tools at your disposal to create. Now, I feel like this Two of Pentacles is talking about balance, because, and I feel like it's what's happening in your love life, because this Two of Pentacles can be about balancing two different aspects of our life. So even when I do a purely love reading, and I see this, I already feel like it can be about trying to balance work and love, or family and love, etc. So considering what is going on for you in perhaps your love relationships at this time, feeling some sort of heartbreak, I feel like you may be working quite hard to keep your balance, and you're going to be having a lot of plates spinning at the same time in April, May, June. But with this Magician, it's that element of sorcery, of keeping everything going. I feel like you will succeed though, because the Magician makes things happen. So your career is still going to be benefiting. Now, in the next few months, that's July to September, again, as I said, we have that Ten of Wands. So you may be feeling quite overwhelmed when it comes to your emotions. I feel like you're going to be carrying, again, even maybe the weight of your love relationship may be weighing quite heavily into your work life during these months, which is understandable. You're not a robot. So it may just be a time when you may be feeling quite emotional, or you may need to trust your intuition about certain situation at work, or kind of, I'm even getting like, just understand your emotions are quite strong at this time, and you're going to be feeling quite weighed down by them. So work may not have your full attention during those months through to September. Now, October to December in career, we have a new opportunity again, or some sort of offer or message coming in with this Page of Pentacles. But I feel like you're going to be concerned if there's something hidden here, or what the true motives are. I'm getting. You may be a little confused. There may be some mystery involved in terms of this message that comes in. So we'll get some clarification on what this message or offer may be about. But I'm not seeing anything generally negative here as such. But I just feel like you're going to be wondering, maybe even where this road will take you at the end of 2021 in terms of career. So, in terms of your advice, for me it's quite clear, because I feel like you may have an opportunity that presents itself here, and you don't want to miss it, basically, by if you don't speak on it, if you don't, you might even get, you get like headhunters reach out to you and like offer you opportunities online, etc. It's just popped into my head. And sometimes it's not necessarily something you're required to respond to, but it is a really authentic opportunity. And if you take too long thinking about it, or resting on it, or not communicating back to them, if you get yourself distracted with other things, you could miss a golden opportunity. So that is what I'm getting with your advice for your career. So let me do another layer, see if we can get any more clarification for you, Aquarius. So could we clarify, please, for Aquarius, the same spread with the top 10 cards for Aquarius for 2021. Now, of course, Aquarius, I should mention, this is a general Aquarius 2021 forecast, so it certainly won't resonate with every Aquarius out there. I hope that you find it enjoyable or useful, but if it doesn't resonate, you could, and as you go through the year, you could always check out your other placements. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, rising on Venus, but you could also check out your other Moon, rising on Venus, for example, if you're an Aquarius Sun, to get some more information. So with the top 10 cards, please can we clarify for Aquarius for their 2021? Oh. Okay, so for love, January to March, okay, April to June, July to September, interesting, the Eight of Wands again, October to December, and the advice for Aquarius in general. Okay, and in career, that's the Two of Pentacles for a third time, by the way, Aquarius. So there's definitely going to be a lot of balancing here in this year for you. So in career, January to March, April to June, July to September, okay, and October to December. Interesting. And your advice for Aquarius in career? Yes. Amazing. Okay, I forgot to do the bottom of the deck, so I'll do that again in a second when my brain is out. So at the bottom of this deck we have the Six of Wands. So this is communication for me with Six of Wands coming forward, some sort of maybe peace offering as well. So it is also being victorious after conflict, coming through the other side. As I said, some very experienced, you've gone through a lot, and you will be coming out of this successful, and being recognized for your value here is like the traditional interpretation of the Six of Wands as well. So I feel like you will be, your value will be being recognized, especially I would say in career in 2021. There could also be, I feel like messages coming in for you, maybe offering some sort of peaceful resolution perhaps. So let's see. Judgment, again, Judgment was at the bottom of the other deck as well. So this is going to be a decisive time for you. It's going to be a time for situations that you have been in, kind of being, it's like a reckoning, a moment of reckoning. So there will be a decisive moment for you here, and it will be depending on the authenticity of, or not just the integrity, I want to say, of situations or relationships you've been in up to this point, Aquarius, and now kind of be facing judgment. And if they are obviously strong enough to stand that judgment, they will prevail. But if there are issues within them, then it will be their moment of reckoning. And temperance behind that. So this is, you're going to need to do some healing. I feel that they take some time out to gain some, have some peace, have some relaxation. That's going to be very important, because I feel like it's going to be quite a big year for you, Aquarius. So it's important to take that time to really look after yourself. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a character who's very confident, self-assured, and kind of regaining her self-confidence as well, I want to say. So if you've been feeling you do feel at any time like your even your self-confidence or your sense of self has been rocked or kind of worn away at, I feel like you're going to be regaining your power. And the Star here, more healing, lots of healing. And this is kind of, the Star is, you're being guided. There's a path you're being led along of higher universal understanding and wisdom that is guiding you, maybe along a new path. And the moon, the Star and the moon, I mean, I feel like it's going to be a huge year for you, Aquarius, and it's going to be kind of, obviously we have Saturn and Jupiter moving into Aquarius. I think Saturn does today and Jupiter does on this Saturday. So there's going to be a big focus on Aquarius in 2021. And it's going to be, I feel like, bringing you more in harmony with, kind of bringing you into alignment on the path that you're supposed to be on, which it can be quite a tough process during those changes, but it is all for the better. So let me do the bottom of this deck as well, because I didn't say it earlier. So with the Six of Pentacles, again, this is generosity, but it's also equal give and take into a situation. It can be a very charitable feeling, and just a sense of fairness, and everyone playing their part in a situation. I mean the Fool, absolutely. I feel like you're going to be going down a whole new path this year, Aquarius. It may feel like taking a leap of faith into something, and there may be sacrifices involved, and you may be worried about taking that new path. But let's see. I feel like you're going to be feeling quite guarded, and you may even feel like holding back from that new opportunity, or maybe a little bit vulnerable, and getting that sense of possibly even feeling a bit hurt and just wanting to close yourself off and kind of protect yourself. And again, we have the Nine of Wands at the bottom. So this is feeling very guarded, wanting to put walls up. But I feel like if you take that leap of faith, there is going to be a whole new chapter in love and career opening up for you. And we have the King of Swords now, which is more air energy. So you may need to be quite logical or even strategize. This is head over heart as well. So it is really it's learning like your lessons and seeing what is in front of you and taking action based on that rather than emotion, I would say. I mean, this is more like what is the right thing to do if I think about this objectively as well. And then the Chariot. So there we go. There is the opportunity here for you for forward movement, lots of change for sure, although I haven't seen the Death card yet to be honest, but I'm seeing chapters closing and new chapters beginning, and forward movement, victory over obstacles. So that's very good. So let's go through your love again for the year. So this is good. January to March is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So we're talking here about kind of going through changes, but this is it can be, I mean, I say it's good, but this is good because the Wheel of Fortune to me is about the universe and the timing of things and getting involved. It is change for sure. It's like the changing of seasons, and now that can be from a cold time into, you know, like an opportunity, you know, the love coming back in. You know, we go through these waves in our relationship. Obviously it can be like we're sometimes at the top of the wheel and sometimes the wheel turns and we'll end up at the bottom. But with this Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like whatever's happening for you is very fated at this time. And it may just be that you're experiencing issues with communication for sure, which can be very painful, but the wheel is turning in your favor, or whatever's happening here. It may just feel difficult, I would say, but whatever's happening is universally orchestrated in those first few months of 2021. Now, in the next few months, April, May, June, I would say, yeah, so it's clarified by the Five of Cups, which is, it is disappointment, and it is also feeling, it's, you know, not always recognizing that what still remains, the love that still remains, more focus on the things that have gone wrong and the sadness, but it is a time for reflection, and it is, you know, considering, okay, so this has gone wrong, this is what we've lost, I feel like I've maybe lost a love here, but what remains is important to reflect on that. I think it is going to be a difficult time for you. You're going to be learning a lot of lessons in love, maybe feeling heartbroken, but yeah, definitely a lot of reflection and considering what you still have after the things that have gone wrong. What do you still have in this in love? Interestingly, in July, August, September is clarified again by the Eight of Wands. This Eight of Wands is particularly talking about going with the flow, being quite flexible with the communication that's coming in, not trying to fight it as such, just going with the flow for sure. Maybe listening to what the other person has to say. So you may feel like giving up during this time, or you may feel like this is something you've already given up on, or it's just weighing very heavily on you at this time. You may, if this, I'm not seeing a new love, to be honest. I feel like this is maybe even the same relationship you start the year in, if you start the year in a relationship, or this could have been something that ended. To be honest, I feel like whoever this is resonating for, this is something that kind of feels like it's over in April, May, June. And then, so I feel like you're not sure if you should give up on it in July, August, September, but there's a lot of messages going back and forth. As I said, I think it might be the other person wanting to still work on this, still talk to you about it. And here I'm definitely seeing there's a need to go with the flow of that communication. The last few months of the year is all earth energy, by the way, so it's clarified by the King of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, but not necessarily. That would be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. So yeah, for me, the King of Pentacles, it could represent an earth sign, but it also is talking about someone who wants to have a stable home with you, to kind of have a stable relationship, something you can rely on, a commitment. And I feel like this is the kind of the person who you're possibly leaving out in the cold, or making them feel like they're out in the cold in some way, because you're still weighing up, or maybe trying to keep your balance through this year. They want to kind of offer you this stable home, and maybe even like re-stabilize the commitment that you had at the beginning of the year with that Four of Wands. But there is still some coldness between the two of you in this last few months, because you're kind of weighing up the different pros and cons about this relationship. Now, your advice is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, which is here 3 times. I think it's very important for you, Aquarius. Now here, this is about talking about not juggling, not at all. It's about balance. It's about keeping equilibrium. And I feel like this is important for you throughout this year, Aquarius. You're going to be needing a lot of inner strength to keep everything. Again, I'm getting that imagery of the spinning plates. So whatever is happening, if it feels like chapters are closing or new chapters are beginning, now that doesn't mean that this person leaves your life. Also, I'm not seeing any Ten of Swords or anything like that. It could just be one chapter of how things were going between the two of you is ending and a new cycle is starting. It's going to need a lot of strength, and you're going to need very much to focus on keeping your balance. So if you feel like you're being knocked off balance, or things are starting to get chaotic, that is the time maybe to take some time out to yourself, like relax, recenter yourself, and find that inner balance, so that you're strong enough to deal with these cycles changing in this relationship. Now, work. So January to March is clarified by the Fool. So absolutely, this is about a new beginning, and it will involve that kind of need to take that leap of faith. And you may not know when this offer or this opportunity for something brand new, it may feel like, if I take this opportunity, am I walking myself off a cliff? Like, I don't know where this is going to lead me. But I feel like here it's I'm not getting a sense that it's kind of like a deceptive energy or something. With the Six of Pentacles, it's very balanced. The Ace of Cups is and the Ace of Cups is here in your advice as well, I will say. So I feel like you may just need to take a risk and go for it, especially if you've been in a workplace where you feel like you're worn out, you're worn down by being there. You're kind of maybe even exhausted by kind of giving to the situation and not getting fairly recognized, and so it may be scary to walk away from it, but with that leaving of one thing and walking and taking a chance and a whole new path, but it will be one where it kind of reignites your passion for what you do. So April to June is clarified by the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this is basically again talking about an offer and curiosity, maybe like that, again, that new offer of something coming in, or maybe even someone is in your work or career is offering you something, and you're looking at it and considering, like looking back, like, oh, that's quite interesting, I'm quite tempted, I want to find out more. But it's that, again, it's that you're going to be feeling like you're balanced, you're juggling like your life and work and career and love and everything. So you're going to be needing to really, I just feel like you're going to be bringing some magic into the situation here, to make things happen for you with this opportunity that you're very curious about, whilst keeping everything afloat. So in July to September is clarified by the Princess of Swords, which is like the Knight of Swords. So again, it could be now this is talking about having a second idea about something. Again, it can be it's like a second way of looking at things. You may be asking people at work at this time for their advice, or a second opinion is what I'm getting. So it is also about, your ideas are growing, but it may be because you're feeling quite weighed down at this time, that you're needing other people's advice, or a second. I'm just getting, you might need a second opinion about something, because you are trusting your intuition, maybe about something about work at this time, but because you are feeling quite weighed down, maybe even what's happening with your love life, you're like, guys, can I get a second opinion on this? Because this is my gut feeling. But yeah, there's definitely talking about ideas here that you're having, and also the need to trust your gut, I'm getting. Now, in October to December is clarified by the King of Wands. So this King of Wands is an entrepreneur. It's someone who doesn't do things in necessarily the set traditional way. It's someone who makes things happen for himself or herself. It doesn't matter about the gender. But so you could have someone like almost like a startup, like someone who owns a startup, maybe who's very creative and really goes after what they want, and maybe messaging you or some sort of little offer, and you're wondering you're worried about what is really hidden here, or so that's interesting. So I feel like it could be just, again, with this moon, I'm just getting this sense of confusion. And this message is also heating things up when things have gone cold, and this King of Wands is very fiery and passionate. So there could be an opportunity here, again, at the end of the year, which is bringing some more excitement into your work life, I would just say. There's some sort of action picking up, but you are a little bit confused about what lies beneath with this message. Now, your advice perfectly makes sense with it clarified by the Ace of Cups. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is an authentic new opportunity you don't want to miss by not responding, by staying quiet when the opportunity presents itself, by being distracted by other things. So again, there's that need for balance throughout this year for you, Aquarius, because if you're too distracted, or if your balance is thrown off because you're getting your attention drawn away by superficial things, you're going to be missing this authentic opportunity. So when this opportunity presents itself, give it your undivided attention, because this could be a whole new beginning in your career and work life, which is going to be really all about what you're very passionate about, or if not, it's going to be an opportunity that it will just like re-inspire, like renew you in your passions. So don't miss that opportunity, I want to say. So Aquarius, that's what I have for you for your 2021 overall spread. I hope you enjoyed it. It looks like it's going to be a big year for you, so I wish you all my very best. Thank you so much for watching, and of course I'm going to be here in the meantime to do your monthly spreads, and as the channel is growing, I'll see what else I can do in terms of other bonus readings, that kind of thing, so stay tuned. Please like this video, subscribe, and then you can see what else comes up in the future. And again, just thank you so much for your support, and I wish you all my best. Thanks, bye bye.